Spicy freedom from Johnson City.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about this church shooting and then have a conversation. It is Sunday right after church here in present time. By the time y'all see this, we'll know a lot more. But I think in moments like this, when it captures the national attention and when folks are talking about it, it's good to stop and do an assessment of our own lives. So I want to talk to you about you and church safety, but also stick with me. I got a question. I want to have a conversation about this, and I think it's a super healthy conversation to have even here on a Sunday. No ad today. I'm not profiting off of this tragedy. It's terrible. So there was a shooting. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because, again, we're going to know a lot more. But Blanc, Michigan, an active shooter at a Mormon church, and at this point, the shooter is down. Big eye roll. Pam Bondi just took to Twitter a few minutes ago, and that's almost all we know. The police said that once the fire is down, they are going to find more bodies, that there's more people. But as of right now, they don't know a whole lot. And that got me really thinking. I was headed down to the studio anyway to film tomorrow. My voice is shot. And my immediate response when I heard that was, geez Louise. We talked about this. My friends and I talked about more mass shooters coming. And it's a terrible reality. And then immediately my response is to start assessing where I'm at and what I do and how I go through my days. And we've had these conversations on here before over the years. But I want to stop and just look you in the eye and say to prepare accordingly. So often, because guys like toys, we gravitate towards the boom booms and the pew pews. And that's critical. It's important. It's imperative. And I'm not taking away from that at all. Do those things. If you haven't changed your carry ammo in a while, get it changed. Get fresh stuff in there. You can't carry that for 5 or 8 years. You can't do that. So get the new stuff in there. Practice with it. And y'all know what I'm going to say. Practice, train, practice, train. Y'all know that. You know that. You need to be able to come out of concealment fast, smooth. Y'all know all that. Get on target. But again, we need to talk about how we do our day-to-day lives. And so immediately I thought about my own life. Then I said, you know what, let's do a top 10 of things to prepare for. And then I was like, they know all these. We've talked about a lot of these. So I'm going to give you three things that I do every day of my life for situations like that and just for a regular Tuesday. But the question is, what do y'all do? Let's talk in the comment section about what y'all do. Let me learn from y'all today. Here's 3 things I do every single day. Number 3, I keep gas in my car. And that sounds like a duh. It does. It sounds like a duh. I have seen my gas light once this calendar year, and we're almost in October. That's an L. That day was an L. It went off. I was in the gas station parking lot. It went off. I was like, big loser. You're a big loser. We need to be able to rip and run at any moment. And I think a lot of y'all are nodding along, and there's some people that are like, oh, I got 4 miles left. Number 2, I keep my phone battery charged. As soon as I got here, I put it on the charger over there because it got a little low today because I listened to music this morning before church, and it's a little lower than I like it. Imagine being in a scenario where there's an active situation and they get into a standoff situation. You're in the back of the church building or wherever you are, your work, and it's a 36-hour situation. I would rather have 89% going in than not, and that's important for 2025. I think it really is. We need to remind each other, charge those phones, gas up. The number one thing I do, and this might seem silly, I was in a commercial building a while back, 6-8 years ago, and the fire alarm went off, and I had dumped my pockets onto my desk. We're at a commercial facility. And everything was there, my regular work day. The fire alarms go off. Here we go again. We go outside until they reset it. It's going to be 6 minutes max. It's a nice sunny day. I'll talk to my friends and get back in the building. Well, they didn't call the all clear for like 2 hours, and I could have gone home. And in that lesson, those 2 hours taught me this. I keep my keys on my person all the time. They're case and point right there. And notice, I don't put them down on the table, which would have been easier than having my shoulder up during a video. They're in, pocket is zipped, and that's that. I think it's an important point. So many people off-body carry. I have a backpack everywhere I go. I like pocket dumping into my backpack. I don't, because I set my backpack down. What if I have to run? Heaven forbid. It's important, ladies, that you carry your purses. I would keep that. I don't know. I can't speak to women and how y'all carry, and y'all carry in your purses a lot or your pocketbooks. I get it. But me, for a dude, I think it's a critical thing. I've got a blade on me at all times. I have an extra mag at all times. And of course, the Roodly Toodly. That's my 3 things. I could do 43 that I do on a daily basis. I'm in a commercial building right now where my studio is, and the doors are all locked. I've double checked everything because once I come in here and turn the lights out, I'm blind. I don't know what's going on out there. My phone is charged. My keys are on me. I'm ready to rock and roll right now. Not gonna. I'm gonna sit here and sip my coffee. Horrible situation. It makes me, my final point, let's have a conversation down there. But my final point is this. Let's talk about church security and church safety. I was sitting this morning in church, and I sat, like a lot of guys do, in the corner with my back to the wall, and I spied out, no big deal, just spied out both of the exits. We're good here. That's it. Nothing crazy, but I'm thinking through this stuff all the time. I had a conversation with, I won't say his name, but it's one of the big YouTubers. Y'all know him, bald guy. Not Jared, a non-bald dude, but it's not Jared. A bald dude, but not Jared. I had a conversation with him this week about my life and running around and kind of weighing out larger capacity mags versus smaller, a little Glock 43 or a 365 versus a 365 XL, all the way up to the G19. The G19, I have a belly, and it's uncomfortable to carry a big G19 with extra mags. But it's part of the reality. And I told him, I said, I am seriously considering switching to the AR platform broken down inside of a bag as a secondary, but have it on my person all the time or right in the floor all the time. And he said, it's a good option, a really good option. Suppressed. I may walk y'all through that. So we'll know more. I roll at Pam Bondi, already getting in the spotlight. She's got no part to play in this. None. Yet there she is. And, people are popping off online saying, ha, 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 it's just the Mormons. But rather than looking at them as Mormons, how about we look at them as Americans? And that's a problem. Let me know down below. I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. Plan accordingly.
Buys it freedom from Johnson City. Buys it freedom from Johnson City. Buys it freedom from Johnson.
This gun fits my hand better than this one does.
Come on, Johnny B.